Hello everyone. In today's session, we'll see problems on cooling tubes. In this screen, I'm showing you a question. So it goes like this. So a 250 kVA 6600 bar 400 volt 3-phase core type transformer has a total loss of 4800 watt on full load. Transformer tank is 1.25 meter in height and 1 meter cross 0.5 meter in plan. Design a suitable scheme for cooling tubes if temperature rise is to be limited to 35 degrees Celsius. The diameter of tube is 50 mm and spaced 75 mm from each other. The average height of tube is 1.05 meter. So first we'll go through the given values. The 250 kVA. So 250 kVA is the rating of transformer and 6600 bar 400 volt is the primary and the secondary voltage, and which is having the total loss. Total loss is nothing but iron loss plus the copper loss. So that includes 4800 watts. So if in case in problems, if they are mentioned separately iron loss and the copper loss, then you have to add both the values to get the total loss. Next, transformer tank dimensions are given. So transformer tank is 1.25 meter height. So transformer tank height it is, so that HT. So capital H in and T. So height of tank it is 1.25 meter, and always if it is given with the 1 meter cross 0.5 meter length into width. So that length is 1 meter. Always width is more compared to the length, so that the length is 0.5 meter and width is 1 meter. And design a suitable scheme for the temperature rise limited is to 35 degrees Celsius. So theta value is 35 degree, and the diameter of the tube it is always 50 mm. If it is mentioned in the problem or if it is not mentioned in the problem, diameter of tube dt, small letter dt, that is 50 mm. It is a constant value. And the spacing means from one cooling tube to other cooling tube, center to center space is 70 mm. Even that value is also constant value, 75 mm. Average height of tube, it is not a tank value, it is a tube value. Average height of tube which is used to find the length of tube. So length of tube depends upon the height of the tank. So here height of tube they have mentioned, so that it is taken as HT. So all the tank values are mentioned with the capital letters and the tube values are taken in the small letters, just to differentiate both the values. First step, the design procedure is same for all the values. So what design procedure I have explained in the last video, in the same way we are solving the problem. The first step is to dissipate this heat dissipating surface of the tank. So the formula for to calculate the heat dissipating surface of tank, that is represented as ST. It is 2 into HT into LT plus WT. So 2 HT is HT is known 1.25 and LT is 0.5 plus width is 1. And in the diagram also I have shown you there how to take HT, what is width and what is length. So that you will get the answer as 3.75, and it is a area, surface area, so that unit is meter square. Next comes is, so you can write the surface of tube also, or you can write directly the dissipations. So the loss dissipated by the tank. So the loss dissipated by the tank, how the heat will be transferring from the tank is, it is always by the convection and the radiation. So convection value it is constant 6.5 watts per meter square degree Celsius, and for the radiation it is always 6 watts per meter square degree Celsius. So that 6 plus 6.5 into surface of tank. Surface of tank is ST. So that 12.5 ST. Similarly, in the tube, the heat dissipated or the loss transfer takes place only by convection, because the tube consists of liquids, so that the heat dissipated by the convection, so that the value is 6.5. So why there 1.35 is, when you use the cooling tubes, so 35% extra heat dissipation can be done compared with the tank. So that it is always 6.5 into 35% extra, 100 plus 35, 135. So that means 1.35 into surface of tank. Surface of tube. Surface of tube is unknown now, so that it is x into st. So in case, in problem, if they have mentioned that the heat dissipation improvement in the heat transfer is 40%, then your value will be 6.5 into 40% extra, so that means 1.40. if it is 45%, then 1.45. if it is 50%, 1.50. so if nothing is mentioned, then it is 35% only, so that 1.35, 35% only, in the sense 100 plus 35%. so 6.5 into 1.35 into x into st. So that will give you the value of 8.8 into x into st. So heat dissipating surface of tube, it is unknown now, so that it is x into st. So why x into st is, in the surface of tank only we are displacing all the tubes, so that it is x into st. So x value we need to calculate now. So that total loss dissipated by tank and tube, it is 12.5 plus 8.8 x into st. So next let us calculate x value. So that for that we need to use formula theta is equal to total loss divided by total loss dissipated. Total loss is nothing but iron loss plus copper loss. So that is given as 4800 watt divided by total loss dissipated. So total loss dissipated by tank and tube, it is 12.5 plus 8.8 x into st. So st value you already know, it is 3.75. so that you can substitute here, so that simplify the equation, so that you will get the x value as 2.735. So that if x is known, then you can find the value of x into st. So that means heat dissipating surface of tube. So that will give you x into st here as 10.256 meter square. So to calculate the number of cooling tubes, we need the area of each tube. So that area of each cooling tube formula is pi dl. So pi into d is nothing but diameter of the tube. It is always 50 mm. So millimeter it is. So that substitute all the values in the meter. So 50 into 10 power minus 3 into the length of the tube. It depends upon the height of the tank, or directly sometimes they will give the value of length of tube, substitute as it is. Here they have mentioned in terms of height of tube. So I have shown the simplification also there. So it is considered as 1.05. So that you will get the value 0.1648 meter square. So both are area, so that the unit is meter square. So that number of tube we will get it as 62 tubes. So till now I don't think so you don't have much confusions, but only the arrangement of tube. So first consider a tank. So normally for placing the tubes we are considering width and the length. So that as you see in the diagram, width, so width was 1 meter and the length was 0.5 meter, what it is given in the question. So width 1 meter, so that I am writing in the millimeter, because all the spacing values we have in the millimeters. 75 mm is a spacing, so that I am writing both width and length also in the millimeter. So 1 meter, that is 1000 millimeter, and 0.5 meter, so 500 millimeter. So write the width and the length. Next, so first we should see how many tubes we can arrange in a width wise and how many tubes we can arrange in a length wise. So first, my total width is 1000 mm and spacing between each tube is 75 mm. So that 1000 divided by 75 will give you 13 tubes. Normally 13 point something you will get it, but I will be considering it as 13. So that in one row you can arrange 13 tubes. Similarly, lengthwise if you see 500 divided by 75. So that will give you nearly some 6.6 or something. So that 6 tube, I am considering it as 6 tubes. So now spacings, why we need spacing is, so when you start placing the tube from the first corner, so when you end up arranging the tubes, there may be a large space, or in the last space what you have there you can arrange only a half tubes. So that before arranging the tubes we should arrange the spaces first. So starting and the ending spaces we are leaving. So in the diagram you can see the starting I have left some space for the spacing, and the end I have left some space for the spacing. So spacing in the sense some gap we are leaving. So to equalize the space, then we are start arranging the tubes. So that here spacing, how to calculate the spacing is, so you have 1000 width, 1000 mm width. So that for example in my first row if I have 13 tubes, when you consider the space from center to center, okay, so space from center to center, so if you count the space from the center to center, so you will get the 12 spaces. Okay, so that 1000 minus 12 into 75 mm, or 12 into 75. So you'll get the spacing in the widthwise as 50 or 100 mm. So 100 mm, but both the side I have to place it, so that 100 divided by 2, that is 50 mm. So 50 mm both the side you have to place. Similarly lengthwise if you go, 500 minus 6 tube you have, so spacing will be 5 for the 6 tubes. Center to center if you count, you will get the 5 spaces. So that 500 minus 5 into 75, each spacing is 75. So 5 into 75, you will get the spaces as 130 something. So that both the side you have to place. So that 135 divided by 2, so that 62.5 mm you will get the both the side. So once you arrange the 13 tubes in a one row, next row you can arrange only 12 tubes, because in between you are arranging all the tubes. So that after arranging 13 tubes, 12 tubes you are arranging both the sides, upper sides and the bottom side, top side and the bottom side, both the side you have to arrange the tubes. Then count the tubes, how many tubes you have arranged. So in the same way in the lengthwise also you have to arrange. After arranging 6 tube, if the number of tubes are still more remaining, means you can arrange 5. So after 5 again you can arrange 4, or you can arrange again 6. Okay, so once you place all the tubes, count the number of tubes. So 13 plus 13 plus 12 plus 12 and 6 plus 6 in the lengthwise will give you 62. So you can arrange 62 or more than 62 tubes, but not less than the 62 tubes. So 61 tube you can't arrange, 60 tube you can't arrange. It should be 62, 65, 63, 64, whatever, more than 62 tubes. Thank you.